So long time ago, one of my Hunter students wrote in the evaluation that I start teaching the moment I enter the classroom. At the time, though, I hadn't tried any of the strategies I use today for the first minutes of classes, which are crucial, as we know, to set the tone for the class and to build a sense of belonging. So what if we left the students in control of the classroom for those initial moments? Well, Julie and Gina asked me to join the group of speakers today because I let the students take attendance, do the housekeeping. But before they tell me who is missing that day and if they know why, in Italian, of course, I'm talking about Italian language classes at all levels. So I asked them to greet another student. Each of them greets another student who then picks someone else to greet and to say hi to until everyone has said hi to somebody and has been greeted by somebody. So my instructions are simple. One, say good morning or good evening or hi. So they have to pick the register to one of your classmates, saying their names. Two, you can only use Italian. So they object, but I don't remember their names. And I'm like, okay, if you don't know their names, second direction, ask them, because you know how to ask the names in Italian. Okay, same rule, you only have to use Italian. And this is what typically happens. I have a recording of an example of this, so let me know if you hear it.
Buongiorno Mariama. Oh, buongiorno Mariama. Come ti chiami? Mi chiamo Winkelstein. Buongiorno. Buongiorno Lina. Buongiorno. Come ti chiami? Mi chiamo Winkelstein. Buongiorno, in canzone. In canzone, ok. Buongiorno, come ti chiami? Jamie? Mi chiamo Lina. Piacere. Buongiorno Flavia. Buongiorno. Come stai? Bene. Buongiorno. Come ti chiami? Mi chiamo Natalia. Natalia. Bene. Come stai? Un po' stanca. Come ti chiami? Mi chiamo
Okay, it goes on because I have 30 students in this class, but let me break this down for you. Some students says buongiorno. You might have heard buongiorno. That's what I asked them to say, directly using the name, because they have learned a name at least. Some students ask the name, come ti chiami? So you've heard this sentence all over the place, no? Come ti chiami? And then some add piacere, the word for nice to meet you. So at one point of the semester, like in this case, many students start asking how the other is doing. I don't know if you have noticed, together with buongiorno and come ti chiami, they're saying come stai? And some of them say un po' stanca and so on, and we laugh because everybody always says un po' stanca, a little tired. So, but I never given the instruction to do so. But they feel at this point they can go deeper in the conversation, not deeper than just say buongiorno, come ti chiami, and they keep using the target language. Some of the students, when the others say così così, meaning okay, but not great, even ask perché, so why? Maybe they imitate my reaction to practically everything they say, because I always ask perché, no? And why? And so this was what was happening at this point. This was last week. So when I knew I had to do this presentation, I asked them if I could record the class. But after a while, there is another level to this engagement that the students reach toward the end of the semester. So they start greeting people on the other side of the room, popcorning from one place to the other of the space, of the room. Indeed, I never said that they have to say hi to the next person, but the instinct is to do so at first. But I do say from day one that it's a form of respect to pay attention to the person that is greeting and to the person that is answering in that moment. So what the students do is they start testing each other's level of attention, and they don't refrain from calling randomly and from asking more questions as they learn more structures during the semester. So with this class, it takes now about 3 minutes of initial conversation to go around the room, depending on how many are there, right? But really my hope is that it will take up the entire class one day. So with 30 students, this might happen. This is a really, really good class, actually. So I told them two things the first day. Now they would start talking in Italian on day one, and that part of the grade depends on how well they know each other. And they seem to have taken this as, a true thing, which is for me. And I really, really wish this could be the only requirements in our classroom, and that the language could just be a means to help build that community.